Have you noticed on your yearly lab work that your hemoglobin A1C is starting to creep up and go into the pre-diabetic realm? This is a very common problem that people have, and I want to give you some tips to take action now while it's pre-diabetic, and do not let yourself raise a few more tenths and get into that diabetic realm. So number one is, of course, your diet. You want to watch how much sugar you're getting, and you want to watch how many foods that turn into sugar that you're taking in. Keep a food diary. Oftentimes, it's really easy to just forget what you've eaten over the course of the day, and when you write everything down, just do it for a week to get an idea. You write everything down, and it's like, oh, wait a minute, I'm getting way more carbohydrates and sugar than I thought I was getting. So that's the first step, is to look at your diet. The second tip is you want to exercise. And there's two different types of exercise that are both very important. The first would be walking. Research has shown that if you walk a minimum of 7,000 steps a day, up to 12,000 steps, but 7,000 is the minimum, over time, you can cut your risk of diabetes by almost 50%. That's huge. Now, if you want to speed that along, you also want to look at strength training. That's the other type of exercise. When you move your muscles, it has a big effect on your insulin response in your body and how your body uses and shuttles sugar. So if you're one of these people creeping into prediabetes and you're like, well, I eat well, why is this happening to me? Because that does happen. Look at those exercise parameters, and that is another thing that could be helpful. Now, let's say you try to eat better, but that sugar just has a grip on you. You know, that's such an addictive substance. Try chromium picolinate. You know, if you're an adult, 200 micrograms, couple times a day. It helps support your pancreas, because a lot of the sugar cravings is just when you've eaten sugar over a long period of time, your body comes to expect sugar every time you eat. So when you eat sugar, your blood sugar goes too high, your body produces insulin to pull that blood sugar back down. But when you eat sugar regularly, you eat and your body says, oh, here they go again. You know, we got sugar coming in. Go ahead and, you know, create that insulin. You create it, you don't really need it, then that crashes your blood sugar and you are going to crave that sugar. So if you find yourself really craving sugar after your meals, that is a likely culprit there. So how do you correct that? You just want to eat balanced. 40-30-30. 40 protein, 30 carb, 30 fat. That is the perfect diet to keep blood sugar balanced. You might even have to eat 4 smaller meals a day to just kind of keep that steady, but that's fine. The longer you do it, the more you're going to be able to stay in balance, and then you'll be able to branch out a little bit. But sugar, I've worked with a lot of people that they just cannot even have a little bit, because as soon as they do, then boom, that addiction is there and they just can't stop.